Number again. As more councils prepare to force the closure of hotels housing illegal immigrants, the government have come up with a solution, which is to increase homelessness in the native population of this country. They propose to do so by removing 5,000 properties from the rental market. Lord knows it's hard enough already to find a place to rent at an affordable price, but that's going to get a lot more difficult in the coming months. That is one bad thing, but it goes hand in hand with another. The government is furiously angry that ordinary people, white working class folk in Essex of all places, have forced them to change tack and rethink their policy on what to do with all those foreigners whom they are bringing into the country on vessels belonging to the border force. Having realised that the hotel bracket is probably about to come crashing down, they are naturally minded to exact revenge on the working classes who have had the temerity to rise up and thwart their plans. Making it harder for such people to find a place to live when they move out of their parents' home is one way of showing them who is boss, and that can be achieved by taking thousands of homes off the market and giving them to illegal immigrants. But that's only half of it. Many of those properties which are being acquired are to be houses of multiple occupation. In other words, big houses which are split up into bedsits or small flats. These will be scattered around working class districts. You seldom find such places in well-to-do areas where the middle classes live. In effect, those people who are protesting about the hotels will find that the young men in them will be moved out of the hotels and be coming to live next door to them. That'll show 'em, thinks Starmer and Home Secretary Yvette Cooper. This new move, you can see a newspaper report about it in the thumbnail to this video, signals an assault upon the working class of this country. It may all go smoothly without trouble, and we must of course hope that it does. But I feel a change of mood in the country, which means that people are less apt to tolerate this kind of thing. I suspect that people's fuses are growing shorter by the day, and that as British people stir and begin to awaken to what has been going on, that they may well feel furiously angry and decide that enough is enough. You can push us about just so far, you see, but there comes a point at which it is very unwise to push any further. I quoted Kipling the other day, and I'd like to quote from another of his poems. This is T.S. Eliot's choice of Kipling's verse, which is probably my favourite of Kipling books. This poem's called Norman and Saxon, and it's supposedly a Norman baron who is dying, addressing his son and explaining how to deal with the Saxons, that is to say, the English. I'll just read one verse. The Saxon is not like us Normans, his manners are not so polite, but he never means anything serious till he talks about justice and right. When he stands like an ox in the furrow with his sullen eyes set on your own, and grumbles, this isn't fair dealing. My son, leave the Saxon alone. And this is now the very situation which is described here. We have raised our heads and are staring directly into the eyes of our rulers and telling them clearly that this isn't fair dealing. If they are wise, they will listen. If they refuse to do so, then the good Lord alone knows what will happen. Having found that their strength has altered things in Epping, I think that many people are going to see this as the beginning of a mighty movement, which will bring about a permanent change. If I were in the government, I would be inclined to back down now before it is too late and the storm bursts upon them.